Hello, today we are solving Jan 2026 Unit 2 IAL Edexcel paper question number 4. SmoothChange PLC assembles gearboxes as a part for motor vehicles at its factory. The following information was available for the week 14. So what is the information available? It says that it has given information about certain costings. If you see here, it uses a standard costing system and what are the different information they have given. Part B of the question says that calculate for week 14 the total budgeted labor hours. So what was the budgeted labor hours, okay, that were estimated? Okay, how much hour will it take is the question. So the total budgeted labor hours is equal to number of employees and number of employees into the hours they worked. Okay, so that will give you the total budgeted labor hours. So the total budgeted labor hours is equal to the total number of employees and how many hours they worked. So now we can see that here they have given information 46 production workers were employed to assemble gearboxes. Each production worker is expected to produce one gearbox in 1 hour 15 minutes. Okay, so and production workers normal working time is 8 hours and 45 minutes a day for 5 days a week. Okay, and the production workers are paid at this rate. So this comes for the rate of payment. So up to this is the information as to how many production workers are there and how much hours do they work. Okay, so now the total number of employees there are 46 production workers. So we can write that the time is 8 hours and 45. So in a day they are working. We don't know how much they have produced. The number of gearboxes we are not concerned. They work for 8 hours 45 minutes in a day and they work for 2. We have to convert this 8 hours and 45 minutes is equal to 8 hours plus this also we have to convert it into minutes, that is equal to 45 divided by 60 hours, that is equal to 8 plus 0.75, that is equal to 8.75 hours. So we have converted everything into hours. So the total budgeted labor hours is equal to 46. Okay, 46 into 8.75 hours they work, okay, in a day, and they work totally for 5 days. So that is going to be equal to 2012.5 hours. So this is the total budgeted hours they are expected to work in the week, okay, in the week 14. Then the next one is total actual labor hours. But what is the actual labor hours they worked? So here we can see that during the week 38, okay, production was only 1448 gearboxes due to normal working time. To make up the shortfall in production and meet the weekly target, an extra 5 hours were worked overtime by 42 workers. So the pay rate for extra hours worked as overtime was the normal rate plus an extra third of the normal hourly pay rate. So what happened? So total actual hours becomes extra hours they worked. Apart from the budgeted hours they worked, okay, plus extra time they worked. Now what is the budgeted hours that we have already calculated? It is 2012.5, okay, plus extra hours they worked 5 hours as overtime by 42 workers, okay, 42 workers worked for 5 hours extra overtime. So what does that mean? 5 hours into 42 workers. That is the extra time they had worked. So now that is going to be equal to 222 222.5 hours. Okay, this is the extra time they have worked. Now next one is the total budgeted labor cost. What was the total budgeted earlier? Okay, what was the rate that was agreed to pay? So the total budgeted labor cost is equal to the total budgeted hours they were supposed to work. Okay, the total budgeted hours they are supposed to work into the rate of payment, into pay rate. What is the rate at which they were paid? So here we know that the total budgeted hours they worked was 2012.5 hours, and they were paid, okay, they were paid at the rate of 10.8 pounds per hour. So let's write that. So that is going to be equal to 21735 pounds. So this is the total budgeted labor cost. Then next one is total actual labor cost. What is the total actual labor cost? Total actual labor hours into pay rate. What is the extra pay rate happened? So we can say that the total budgeted labor cost that is there plus extra cost due to overtime. Okay, so that is going to be equal to, so we know that the total budgeted labor cost was 21735 plus the extra cost that incurred. The pay rate for the extra hours worked as overtime was the normal rate plus an extra third of the normal hourly pay rate time, and a third, okay, was paid. So that is going to be equal to the extra hours they worked into the pay rate for that extra hours, a time and a third. So 10.8 plus 10.8 by 3. So that is equal to 3024. Okay, so that extra hour paid was 3024. 3024 plus 21735, that is going to be equal to 24759. So this is the extra hours they paid. Okay, so this is the total actual labor cost. Now the part C of the question, calculate for the week 14 the labor efficiency variance. It is the difference between the budgeted hours minus the actual hours, okay, times the budgeted rate. That is going to be equal to, so what is the budgeted, okay, what is the budgeted rate? The budgeted rate, budgeted hours we have already calculated. The total budgeted hours was equal to this much, 2012.5 hours. Okay, so let's write the budgeted hours minus the actual hours we have to calculate. So the budgeted hours minus the actual hours. the actual hours worked into the budgeted rate. Okay, the budgeted rate was 10.8 pounds per hour. So that is equal to, okay, minus 210. Okay, so minus 210 into 10.8 pounds per hour, 2 minus 2268. So minus 2268 pounds. So the labor efficiency variance, okay, the labor efficiency variance is adverse because the actual hours has increased, it became more. So that is equal to, instead of minus I will write this as adverse. Okay, adverse variance. Why? Because the actual hours exceeded my budgeted hours, so I'm going to call this as adverse variance. Okay, it's happened. Then next one is the labor rate variance. So what is the difference in the rates that has happened? We have to calculate budgeted and the actual rate. So that is equal to the actual hours worked, they worked into the difference in the rates. So the difference between the budgeted and the actual rate. What is the actual hours they worked into the budgeted minus the actual rates worked. That is equal to 222.5 hours into what is the difference in the rate that has happened. We have to calculate. So the budgeted rate was 10.8 pounds per hour minus the actual rate we have to find. The actual rate can be found by finding the total cost. Okay, we have the total cost, actual labor cost, right? So the actual labor cost, actual labor cost divided by the actual labor hours. So then only we will get the actual labor rate. So that is going to be equal to, so this actual hours will remain the same, okay, into 10.8 pounds per hour. The 10.8 pounds per hour is the budgeted rate minus the total actual labor cost which we had calculated. The total actual labor cost was 24,759 pounds. So let's write that here, 24,759 divided by the actual labor hours. So that is equal to 222.5 hours. So this two value when I find, okay, I will get the actual labor rate. So that is going to be equal to 11.14. Okay, 11.14. So that is going to be equal to, so 755. So minus 755.65, minus 755.65. So this means it is an adverse variance. So this means this is an adverse variance that has happened because your your actual rate becomes greater than the budgeted rate. Your actual cost rate has become more than your budgeted rates. So it is called as an adverse labor rate variance that was paid. Is total labor variance. So the total labor variance is the sum of labor efficiency variance. Okay, it is going to be the sum of these two which we calculated. So it is labor efficiency variance and labor rate variance. Plus the labor rate variance. So total labor variance is the sum of labor efficiency variance plus labor rate variance. So that is going to be equal to, we have the labor rate variance as the labor efficiency variance as 2268 adverse. Okay, 2268 adverse plus the labor rate variance was 755.65 pounds adverse. So that is going to be equal to 2268 plus 755.65. So that is equal to 303023.65 adverse variance. Because both are adverse, you have a negative sign, and when you just add up, it is going to be equal to 3023.65 pounds adverse. So this is the total labor variance that has happened. Because it is both adverse, you just add up and put this is an adverse